Welcome to Pax Europiana here from the memorial for the victims of World War II. It was a terrible war here in the Balkans, and I came always to apologize clearly for the crimes which were done in the name of Germany and Austria as part of Germany at that time in the years from 41 to 45 here in southeastern Europe. And I feel very sorry for these terrible crimes and for the horrors which happened during World War II in the area of what was then Yugoslavia and is today in the many countries of ex-Yugoslavia and of Albania. It is a terrible part of our European history, and we have overcome it by developing NATO and the EU. To have a stable security alliance backed by America is the answer of the European continent to the horrors of World War II, and to have unification in the European Union. I want to remind my friends, especially from Serbia, who are always calling me a Nazi, and that they were basically allies of America in World War II, and they have seemingly forgotten it, and they don't want to join the security alliance. I cannot understand it. I made the calculation and the conclusion of the war and also the generation of my parents and grandparents that it's better to be with America. Why don't you also join NATO and be part of the free world and be part of the free West? It's for me a mystery. And all this kind of accusation that we bombed you in '99, we did, but for a reason, because you were the same like the Nazis back then, a genocidal power. And when you are a genocidal power, American bombs come to stop you. And that happened to Germany and Austria, justified so. And that happens also in '99 to Belgrade, justified so. So the conclusion of all the people who say it was, and every decent person says it was a horror, the World War II, it must be that you are with America for the forces of the free world to be defended, and you are against genocide. Doesn't matter if it was committed by Milosevic or Hitler or Putin now. So you have to be against genocide, and then you have drawn the right conclusions. And you are with America, very logically, against the countries which are committing such atrocities. From Srebrenica to Mariupol, to Mauthausen and other places. And also, obviously, to the disasters which happened specifically here against the Serbs, against the Bosnians. There are so many atrocities in the Balkan that happened because of autocrats, dictatorial extremism. And we should oppose that. And Serbia should be part of the free world and say no to genocide, say no to this kind of atrocities and to imposing its will via violence on other people. So that's the logic, yeah? So when you hear say now the brothers and the brigades of the Yugoslavian army together, the Bosnians and the Herzegovinians and the Montenegrinians, they have all fought together? Yes, they fought for freedom. They didn't expect them to be in a socialist dictatorship. They never wanted that one, I'm sure. And freedom today is defended by NATO. So I call on all countries of the ex-Yugoslavia. Peace will be only there once Serbia is in NATO and in the European Union. That's the logic. And you need to start a process, like we have done it very painfully in Austria, of coping with the past, to overcome the horrors of the past by confessing them, repenting them, active retribution, paying money to the victims, and then also saying sorry and building monuments for the victims. This is very important. Yeah? And Serbia must build these monuments. It's now in Srebrenica. There must be a monument in Serbia saying sorry for Racak in Kosovo, for Vukovar, for Srebrenica. This is the obligation of the past. It's not only the victory which is celebrated. We should not build glory around a war, but we should learn the right lessons for peace and for unity and for the defense of freedom against authoritarian dictators like Hitler, Milosevic, Putin, all these horrible people. And this is the message of the Second World War, and we in the free world have drawn these lessons very clearly, and I call on Serbia to do the same. Yes, so in respect to the great nations mentioned here and their heroes, I call for Serbia to join the free world and say no to dictatorship and no to Russia, and join NATO and be fully part of the free world, and before that to join the EU and adopt the euro and repent the crimes of the past. Thanks a lot. Bye.